Guys, thanks for tuning back in to another episode of the Game of Cryptos. Today, I wanted to go over my prediction on what I think is going to be the top of not just Bitcoin, but overall with the altcoins. Again, it's a prediction, so none of this is fact. It's just my opinion based on data. And I think it's going to be really informative for you guys to make, decisions when it comes to, of course, taking profits, because that's why we're invested in crypto, is to make money and not lose it all. Having that said, before we go into that, a tweet from Alex Becker. It says, as euphoric as everyone is getting, it's important to remind you crypto is person versus person. And at some time in the future, we will all try and dump savagely on each other and book it for the exit, leaving only 5 to 10% of people with profit and everyone else wrecked. Don't get cocky. I'm laughing because this is so true. You guys, we're all in competition with each other. We're in this together in a way with crypto, because we're all, we go through the ups and downs with the market as like this one giant big family. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like pulling the like hitting the button to like when to exit the right time, because none of us want to be exit liquidity. Now, I will say I think we have a fair amount of time before we even have to worry about that. And as you see in this video, I would say we have at least over a year, or just about. You'll see in a second of how long we have. So with that, let me go over some information with you guys. So I found this chart on the internet, and it goes over the previous halvenings from 2012, 2016, and 2020. And the really neat thing about it, it shows you from the time of the halvening, the date of the halvening, to the top of the market, just how many days were in between. For instance, on the first, since the halvening of 2012 to the top of the market, which I'm not exactly sure where that was, it was about 365 days of bullishness, followed by 425 of bearish, and then about 525 days of sideways, until going into the next halvening, which was 546 days of bullishness, and then, as you can see, 392, and then 490 or 469 of sideways. And then back in May of 2020, there was 539 days of bullishness, and then we had bearishness and sideways action. Now guess what? History doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes, as you guys have heard. And this is going to lead into my prediction of where I think the top of Bitcoin is going to be. And then by knowing where the top of Bitcoin is going to be, you can kind of guesstimate when the top of altcoins will be. I hope this is making sense, because I calculated a couple things. Now I'm going to go over this chart in this little presentation I put together for you guys, and I'm going to disappear for a little bit. So this is just overall marking. This is a random, like, general chart of the market. You have your sideways action, your accumulation, and then you have your run up, extremely bullish bull market, and then you go down back into a bear market. As you can see here, I marked off the years, just kind of showing you, once we came down from the highs of 2021, we entered a new bear market. And then through 2022, some sideways action, ups and down. 2023, sideways action, ups and down. And then now right here, we're right around here. Right around where this blue dot is, where I'm pointing. Right before the halvening. That's why this is marked H for halvening. And right after that, we're going to see an insane run-up, followed by a market peak when Bitcoin tops and overall crypto market tops. And then at some point in 2025, the market is going to go down. you're going to start seeing the rundown, and then you're going to go back into another bear market around between 2026 and 2027. So let's move on. So the Bitcoin halving right now, according to all the information, the Bitcoin halving is expected around April of 2024. So guys, we are so close to that happening. We're only about 2 months away. Now, having that said, now let's pull in the numbers. So guys, remember these numbers right here. These numbers that you see right here, I'm getting from this information right here. So the first one that you're going to see me go over is adding the average of the first 3 bull runs, the 365 plus 546 plus 539. And by doing so, when I combined all 3 of the bullish days when we were from the halving to the top of the bull run, the average came out to 483 days. And that would be equivalent about 15.5 months. And then if you go on a calendar, that would guesstimate the top of being of June of 2025, which is the summer. So that might go against what you guys have maybe previously heard. I would say a lot of the times I hear a lot of people say about Q4 of 2025, which would put it, October, November. I've been seeing that a lot, but this would kind of fit in line with it is the bull run is similar in many ways as the last one, but it does feel just slightly different because of the institutions involved. And I feel like if you guys have been watching the Bitcoin price action lately, I feel like we would all agree that it does feel different slightly this time. Like the bull run started a little bit early. And if that's the case, this time frame actually does make sense that it could be earlier, a little bit earlier in the year. Now, the next one that I have is combining, it's taking the data out of the first one, and it's combining the 2 most recent, the 2016 halving and the 2020. So we're combining the 546 and the 539 of bullish price action. Again, from halving to market top. Halving to market top. Now again, this is information on Bitcoin, not the overall total crypto market cap. But as we know, Bitcoin with its dominance runs the market. So therefore, when we know where Bitcoin is going, we know where altcoins will go after. So, having that said, we combined the last 2 bull runs, and the average came out to 542. So it's a bit longer than the average of the other 3. Arguably, this is going to be more accurate. So that stretches us out about 2 more months. So instead of June of 2025, okay, now we're pushing August of 2025. So again, you're starting to get an idea of maybe when to start potentially being a little cautious as to when you want to, I guess you could say, get out of the market and start selling some of your crypto. Again, none of this is financial advice, but if you want to be, if you don't want to end up being exit liquidity, because if we go back to this chart, you guys do not want to be the people that held too long when the market is going down and crashes. You want to be arguably selling the top of this bull run. And again, that's always it's always hard to perfectly time it, but you do not want to be exit liquidity. You want to maximize your gains. So, having that said, use this information as to when you can get an idea of maybe when you might want to start selling some of your crypto. Now, again, all of this, the 15.5, the 17.5 months, that is dependent on when the halvening occurs. So this is all based on it happening in April. So my information is literally, if the halvening occurred on April 1st, then it's 15.5 months from there is when I can expect this June of 2025. Same thing with this. If the halvening occurred on April 1st, then it's 17.5 months from there all the way until August of 2025. So keep that in mind. Now, if something were to happen and the halvening happens like late April or April and it ends up happening in May, then obviously this is going to push things over slightly a bit. But I'm pretty sure it's going to happen within early April. So these should be pretty consistent. So, there you have it, guys. I hope this video made sense to you. Give me your predictions in the comment section. Do you think I'm way off and this is absurd? It's not going to happen in the summer of 2025, or does this sound plausible? Does this sound possible? And if you ask me, I think it is. Based on the data that I have, I think this is really possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I have much more coming. Again, guys, I'm just trying to give you guys some of the best advice none of this is financial advice, but, I feel like I just, I have a lot to want to give to you guys to help you guys, and I want to see you guys make it by the end of this bull run. And, even though going back to this crazy tweet, yes, we are against each other essentially because we none of us want to be exit liquidity, but I mean, it does help, everyone kind of coming together and, let's just kind of figure this out. Let's be the people that, are more potentially correct on when that bull run ends, because I mean, let me play this out. Let's just say my prediction is right and it will happen in maybe June of 2025, and you were prepared. You just sold the market top. Let's say you were someone that thought it was going to happen in November, December. You're completely you just messed up because now you're exit liquidity. So in some cases, it's better to be safe than sorry. So maybe consider potentially start selling a little bit of your crypto portfolio around those time frames, just to start locking in some profit. Again, none of this is financial advice, but just consider it. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.